finally, after some difficulties, we are glad you're here whenever it is you're watching. I'm Greg Matthews, student pastor at First Baptist Plant City, and your host for the Right Now Show. It's a special week for us here on the show. Despite all that has been going on, we get to have a virtual piece of something normal. But first, today is July 8th, 2020, and it is Chocolate with Almonds Day. It really is. That is actually a thing. Chocolate is a delicious substance that has been loved and lauded by every tier of society, from the poorest to the richest. Kings have traded for it, men have killed for it, and even gods have bowed for it. Little g. The almond is equally revered, referred to in the Bible as being among the best of fruits. Chocolate with Almonds Day celebrates the coming together of these two substances. Let us begin exploring its history in alphabetical order, shall we? The almond was spoken highly of in the Bible and finds its origins in the Middle East. There, it has been used as a source of food, medicine, and decoration for time. Gotta be careful with that keyboard. It has been a symbol for time immemorial. It is harvested from within the almond fruit, and it's now grown extensively in California, and is the subject of the largest managed cultivation in the entire world of agriculture. That's how important this humble tree nut is. Chocolate is easily one of the most popular substances to ever enter the world. It has been a solution for sorrow and a great complement for joy. Literally contains the stuff of love, at least chemically. Chocolate is used as a way to demonstrate your love for another, and has been used in just about every culinary combination you can imagine. Its diversity is well loved, as well as its adaptability. Chocolate with Almonds Day celebrates what happens when these two fantastic ingredients come together into one mind-bendingly delicious whole. Now find your favorite source of chocolate drenched in almonds and indulge your taste appropriately. Snickers now makes a bar with almonds, as does Hershey's with their almond variation on the traditional chocolate bar. Very good with peanut butter, I might add. But it can go so much farther than that. Try your own hand at making a special Chocolate with Almonds Day treat. Take some almonds and clean them thoroughly. Salt them. Put them on a cookie sheet. Place them in the oven and roast about 450 until lightly brown. While they're roasting, melt down the chocolate in a double boiler and sprinkle cayenne pepper in. Just stir thoroughly. Then you just take out the roasted almonds from the oven, allow them to cool. Toss them in a bowl until coated, put on wax paper, let the chocolate harden, and enjoy. Here's a factory making some chocolate-covered almonds. This program today has long been delayed because of our friend Rona. But at long last, it's time to share in our 2020 senior send-off. Some of these friends have been part of the FBC family since their first breath. And some of them are more recent additions, but they're all a blessing. Take some notes, wipe away a tear, and join us as we hear first from Hannah Manley.
Hey, for student ministry family, as tonight is my last official night as a senior in the youth, I just wanted to come on here today and encourage y'all with one of my favorite verses. It's 2 Corinthians 12, 9 through 10, and it says, "And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, most gladly, I will rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecutions, in distresses for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong." God's grace, his undeserved blessings, are sufficient. Nothing that we say or that we do could ever change that, because God redeems and he forgives. That being said, his grace shouldn't be taken advantage of and shouldn't be something that we take for granted, because his grace isn't cheap. His grace isn't cheap because he sacrificed his one and only son to die on the cross for our sins so that we could have a relationship with him and one day spend eternity in heaven with him. God's grace is rich, and it was given to us so that we can live a rich, a full, and a fruitful life through him. So my encouragement to you today is that you'll live a life of grace, making sure to give grace and forgiveness to others. Know that as sinners, we are imperfect and we will make mistakes. And it's in those moments that we are called to acknowledge them, to learn from them, and to repent and turn away from them. Don't let shame and don't let guilt consume you. Instead, let God's grace wash over you. And then the second part of that verse, it touches on how our Christian walk wasn't meant to be easy. Because it's through the difficult times that we are stretched, that we grow in our patience and our perseverance, and that we realize that we need God more than anything and anyone. It's when we are in our weakest moments that through God and him alone, that we are given strength to help us get through those tough circumstances. He is the only constant in our ever-changing world, and he is sovereign. So my prayer for you is that as you go on into this next school year and promote into the next grade level, that you will truly take your faith and your relationship with him personally and faithfully, and that you'll stay committed in it. Just spending time in his word daily and talking to him through prayer. Thank you guys so much for letting me share. I love you guys, and I'll miss y'all.
Thanks, Hannah. Our next speaker is often found leading alongside Hannah. Even though her family has their feet in two churches because of the way her dad serves, we still want to claim her as our own. Here is Zoe Davis.
Hey guys, it's Zoe Davis. I'm so sad that we can't be together tonight to do this, but I'm super excited that I was asked to be a part of this tonight. So I just wanted to share a few things really quickly that the Lord has taught me through my time in the youth ministry, as well as just a piece of scripture to go along with that. So the first thing that the Lord taught me through my time in the youth is that the amount of friends that you have doesn't count. And you hear this, I've heard this quite often in our senior send-off years. So many seniors will say, I realized that the quality of my friends counted way more than the number of friends that I had. And at the time, that was not something that really clicked in my brain until the middle of my high school years. I really realized that, the quality of friends, that would be the way that they encourage me, the way that they love the Lord, just like I love the Lord, and just knowing that I can trust them. That counted way more than how many friends I had. And so I hope that you guys really grasp that concept. And I know it's a lot of pressure to, have a lot of friends and be popular, but, the quality of those friends is really way more important than the amount that you have. So that's the first thing I really want to encourage you guys with today. The second thing is find a mentor. A mentor is honestly somebody that you can go to and that you can seek godly advice from. Preferably somebody who's older and that's already been through your stage of life. I personally didn't know the importance of having a mentor until this past year. As a senior, this was my first time ever having a mentor, and I really wish I had met this person sooner and wish that I was able to walk through life with this person a lot sooner than just this past year. But I've realized how important it is to have her in my life. And I just pray that you guys are able to find a mentor as well. Just pray for God to send you somebody, and that might not be now, it might be later, but I just pray that you're able to find someone that you can turn to and that you can seek godly counsel from. The third thing that I want to share with you guys is simply talk to people. Again, this was something I wish I had done a lot sooner. Talk to people. I've really come out of my shell a lot more these past couple years of high school, and I never would have gotten to know the things about people, or I never would have made some friendships if I ended up staying quiet. I have learned so much more about people than I could ever imagined, just by going and getting through the awkwardness of talking to somebody new, and just talking to them and finding so much more about them. So that's something that I encourage you guys to do. Try to avoid staying in your cliques, in your small friend groups, and just really get out and talk to people and invite people to come inside your groups with you, because that's a really big thing and it makes a huge impact. Lastly, I just wanted to share a verse with you guys. It's Philippians 4:6-7, and it says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." So guys, in a year of what's been a lot of anxiety and confusion and worry, I just pray that you guys give that to God and pray and thank Him for just being able to even wake up every day, and just give the control over to God. Obviously, He knows what's coming, and it's not our job to worry about that. It's His job to look forward to it and to see what's ahead for us. So that's my prayer for you guys today. And again, I miss you all, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what God does with First Student Ministry. Bye.
That was awesome, Zoe. Speaking of awesome, our next words of wisdom come from someone who could always be found keeping Crazy Cup awesome, the one and only Emmy Schaus.
Hey guys! I haven't seen a lot of you in months, and I probably won't see you for a little longer just because we're in the middle of chaos. But in the midst of that chaos, we have senior send-off. So here I am to say goodbye to all of you and to a ministry that has been a cornerstone of my life and who I am for the past 6 years, and to leave you with some final words of advice and, what I wished I had done in high school. And I'll start that by reading Romans 5:3-5, which reads, "And not only that, but we also rejoice in our afflictions, because we know that affliction produces endurance. Endurance produces proven character, and proven character produces hope. This hope does not disappoint, because God's love has been poured out in our hearts through the Holy Spirit who is given to us." That's been my go-to verse for the past 2.5 or so years that I stumbled upon one morning while reading. And it really reminded me throughout the course of high school that whatever I was going through at the moment, or whatever you might be going through, whether that be struggles with friends or family or grief or academics or sports or anything, is helping shape you into who you are, and it is helping you become a better person. But it also reminded me that whatever I was going through in the moment was temporary, and that no matter how hard life may be, it'll pass. And at the end, you're going to come out a better human being, and you're going to be able to help other people because of what you've been through. One more thing I wish I had done in high school was I wish I had reached out to others more. I wasted a lot of time with people that were comfortable, and people that I knew were my friends but weren't necessarily uplifting me spiritually and emotionally. And I spent time, refraining from hanging out with people that I thought, I'm too good for them, I can't hang out with them. Or I spent too much time shying away from the people that I was afraid to hang out with because I was afraid I wouldn't fit in. Don't do that. Form friendships with people that aren't your first choice, that aren't your friends that you're comfortable with. Make friends that are different than you, that come from different backgrounds or might be younger or older than you. Those are the friendships I came out of high school cherishing the most, and that I think I'll have for the rest of my life. Finally, I'd like to leave you guys with a piece of advice that adults are your friends. And I don't want to be like the dork that's the teacher's pet, but your teachers and your guidance counselors and your Sunday school teachers and your pastors are genuinely placed in your life because they care about you and they want the best for you. And I would not have gotten through high school if it wasn't for my relationships with teachers and pastors and school resource officers that were there just to give me the advice that I needed, that it came out of nowhere. So trust that the adults in your life genuinely want the best for you, and form those relationships, because it'll help you get through to the end. That's really all I have for you guys. I'm bidding my farewell to this ministry in Plant City in its entirety, but just remember that I'm a phone call away, and that this ministry will always mean the world to me, and that I'm never gonna forget, the good times and the bad times and the crazy times that we all had together. Thanks.
Well said, Emmy. Our next speaker is our very own ray of sunshine, smiling even at camp food. Let's hear from Isa Pineda.
Hey guys, it's Isa, and if you don't know me, it's Isa. So I learned this cool Bible verse at camp, which is 2 Timothy 1:7, for Christ didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind. And I started going to the ministry in October 2019, and I was a bit nervous and scared, and I wish I would have known that verse to go into the student ministry building and just have this power that I was like, okay, well, let's go meet new people and let's go love on everyone and let's just be calm about it. But I didn't. I was so scared, and I was just fearful of how people were gonna look at me and how I was gonna be treated, and I was a bit nervous. But when I walked in, everyone was so welcoming. I knew a lot of people, and a lot of people were happy that I started going. So I was like, this is awesome. I'm surrounded by Christian believers that are supporting me. And the senior class was awesome and fun. I loved going every Sunday morning. Every Sunday it was a little bit different, but it was fun. And I loved hearing Jenny, Mark, Tanya teach. It was nice. I loved hearing the testimonies that some of them gave to us, and the people in the class, it was fun. And I loved camp. Camp was so awesome. Even though I was like one of the few seniors that went, I loved interacting with everyone and the younger kids that are going to still stay in the student ministry. So good luck to you, and it's going to be awesome because everyone there is amazing. And I just want to say thank you to the Sunday school teachers, April, Tanya, Mark, Jenny, Mr. Chris. Thank you for everything. I loved every second of it there. Y'all were so nice. Your teachings were very well, some of them were kind of hard to understand, but the rest were awesome, and I just loved learning. And I want to say thank you to Greg and Faith for coming to First Baptist and taking that role of being the student ministry pastor and the wife. And I am so thankful for both of y'all, because y'all helped me become a stronger believer. And Faith, thank you for taking that time and sitting with me and just helping me understand the stories and just how amazing reading the Bible is. Thank you for staying with me and helping me through that journey. Well, that's it. I love every single one of y'all. Hearts. Woo. Bye. Isa out.
That was positively great, Isa. Our next words of wisdom come from someone who is great at a lot of things. You've seen her on many stages, but we're most looking forward to seeing what she does in her next stage. It's Taryn Storter.
Hey everyone, I'm Taryn Storter, and it's been a while since I've seen you all. I hope you're all doing well, but I just wanted to share some encouragement with you, some things that I've learned the past 7 years in this ministry, and some things that I think will encourage you. So the first thing I want to share with you is just to be involved. It is so important to be strong in this ministry and to serve and to really be engaged, not only in worship and the sermon time, but also just making friends and keeping connections here, because these people will always be there for you. The second thing I want to share with you is to definitely pick your friends wisely and hold on to them. It is so important to be surrounded by other believers and to be surrounded by people who are always there for you and who will love you and support you no matter what. And the last thing is to not be afraid of change. There are so many things that have changed while I've been in this ministry. Youth pastor, church building, so many unknowns that we had that now 7 years later are just things that have been good, change that has been good. So I want to encourage you all to not be afraid of change. In my life, middle school and high school, I came in to the 6th grade with a lot of hopes and dreams and goals, and all of those changed. Things that I thought were so important aren't even important to me now. So just be encouraged that even through the change and even through the heartache and the pain, that the Lord is there for you. I love the verse, Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." So the Lord has a great plan, Jeremiah 29:11, and even Romans 8:28 that I love so much, that he works for the good of us who love him and who serve him. And I just encourage you all to stay steadfast in the race and just to stay coming to church, and once coronavirus is over, and make good friends that will love you and support you. But don't be afraid of that change, because it will bring some of the biggest blessings that I've ever seen, and I know it'll be the same for you. So hope y'all have a great rest of your summer.
Thank you, Taryn. Next, we're going to hear from a guy that's so good, one name wasn't enough. Is he Jason? Is he JJ? Either way, we're ready to hear what he has to say.
What's up, guys? It's Jason Marin. Many of you knew me as JJ, but I can't believe my time in youth has come to an end. It's been awesome. It's been fun. But I'm going to share a verse with you guys. It's Proverbs 27:17. It is, "Iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend." You know, in youth and high school, I've always looked up to my friends. I've always gone to my friends for help. You know, friends care about each other, and I just encourage y'all, as in high school and in youth, that y'all need to look up to each other. Y'all need to care for each other and build each other up. You know, it's sometimes many people are having a bad day, and you know, you can go to someone and say, "Hey, can I pray for you? Can I love on you? Can I just help you have a better day?" And that, to many people, is a sign of, hey, many people out there care for me. You know, now I have friends that care for me. And I just encourage y'all in youth and in high school to just step out of your comfort zone and make new friends and help each other. That's helped me get through high school and youth. You know, I've always gone to many of my best friends for advice and help, and hey, how should I do this situation? How should I take care of it? What can I do to make it better? And I've always had the best of friends for that. I'd also say, spend time with your friends outside of high school, and just be strong with each other and care for each other. You know, youth has been fantastic to me. It's like a second family for me. And I'm sad that I have to leave, but I'm on to the college ministry. I'm on to bigger and better things. And I just would like to thank all the youth leaders and Pastor Greg for being there for me. And I also like to thank Pastor Ricky. But I just encourage y'all to build each other up. Make new friends, just love on each other, and I can't believe I'm leaving the youth already, but I know God has great things for me, and I know God has great things for y'all. And I'm sorry I'm stuttering, I'm not good at these videos, but I just say build each other up, love each other, care for each other, and it was an awesome year with y'all, awesome years with y'all in youth, and I love y'all. Bye.
We love you too, Mr. Marin. Our next voice has, among many other things, served as the voice of this ministry for the last year, and we couldn't be more grateful. She also loves more siblings than you can shake a stick at, and she probably has shaken a stick at least one of them. Let's listen to the one and only Maddie Schatzinger.
Hi everyone, my name is Maddie Schatzinger, and I have 4 pieces of advice that have helped me grow and navigate my way through high school. So my first one would be get outside of your comfort zone, make new friends, build new relationships, get involved in school, your community, especially church. That's probably the most important one. And do things that excite you and that you're passionate about and that get you fired up. It's healthy and it's great. My second piece of advice is work hard. Procrastination is a very real habit. And it's a trap that you can get stuck in so fast, and you'll find yourself deeper than you had ever imagined. And it doesn't do you any favors. It sets you up for failure every single time. And it's a habit that I really wish I knew how much of a problem it was. And it's easy to forget, but always remember that our time is a gift from God. So use it wisely and honor him with it. And that goes into my third bit of advice, and it's be wise with time. And I know, guys, it's a really cliche saying, but high school goes by so fast. So don't waste your time. Create a healthy, God-honoring lifestyle. Remove yourself from toxic friendships. Listen to your parents. They actually know what's best for you, 100% of the time usually. And find yourself a mentor, someone that can pour into you, someone that's gone through what you're going through, that can support you and lift you up in prayer, and someone that you can turn to with anything, like any question. Find yourself an accountability partner, someone that will help you navigate through unhealthy sin patterns, and that can also lift you up in prayer and support you, and help you grow with your walk with God. And my last point is probably the most important of the four, and it's advice that helps me daily, and that is put God first. Seek him and strive to give glory to his name and his kingdom. If you want to be remembered for anything throughout high school or even the rest of your life, it's that you left a legacy for Christ's name and that you were a light for his kingdom. And to do that, establish a healthy, quiet time and a rich prayer life. High school is a time of rapid change, new responsibilities, new friendships, new struggles. But I promise you, having a healthy walk with God, the same God that saves you, the same God that loves you, and the same God that is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He will give you joy, peace, and hope, something that nobody or nothing else in this world can offer you. And he'll get you through anything that comes your way. So I hope this was helpful, and I wish you guys all the luck. Bye.
Thank you, Madeline. We are almost at the end, but we have one more graduate who would share her thoughts. Full of energy and constantly honest, it is Romy Ann Hoover.
Hey guys, it's Romy. What's up? How you doing? Okay, so I'm supposed to make a video. So I'm kind of going to talk about, I don't really know, but yeah. So, I've had a lot of fun in this youth group. Make friends. Friends are going to be there for you. But you want to know who's going to be there more? Jesus. If you don't have Jesus, get Jesus. Jesus is epic. Sorry, I'm very awkward. Second, thank you all for making this the probably funner, the most fun. I can't English very well, but thank you for making this a very fun 6 years in church group. I've been in the student ministry since I was in 6th grade, and I have had so many memories of church camps and Miami mission trips. I will not forget when I had 2 Cuban espressos. Don't do that. It's bad. If you're not used to coffee, don't do it. Please don't. The people, if you're watching this and you were there with me in Miami when that happened. Sorry. But no. Find people who you can really connect with. A good group of friends are going to be there for you, even if you don't think they're going to be there for you. Like, when you feel most alone, they're going to be like, hey, do you want to talk? And you might be like, I don't know if I want to talk or not, but they'll be there for you, and that's what matters. I hope you all are doing a wonderful time. I hope you all are having a wonderful time during all of what is going on in our world. I just want to say I love you all. Thank you for the wonderful memories. A Bible verse that really made me open my eyes was Psalms 1:1-3. And if you don't mind, I'm going to read it really quickly. This is Revelation. That's not Psalms. Dang it! Hold on. And Sorry, I'm flipping through this really tiny Bible and it's really hard to see. If you're not blind, you're going to feel blind when you look through this book. Ah, found it. Okay. Said, blessed is the man that walks in the counsel, blessed is not the man that walks in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But in his delight is the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he does will prosper. Basically, stay on the right track. Don't hang out with people that are going to cause trouble. They're not going to make you cool. If you want to be cool forever, you need Jesus. Okay, I'm just going to say it. You need Jesus if you don't have Jesus. If you have Jesus, congrats. You've already done one of the hardest things that it is for people to do nowadays. People who don't have Jesus, hopefully you're going to realize that one day, hey, I don't have Jesus. I need him. And when you get him, you're going to keep him forever because he's never going to walk away from you. You might walk away from him, but he's not going to walk away from you. Remember that. Anyway, if you're just going into high school as a 9th grader, don't slack off. I tried doing that my 9th grade year, and I got told by my mom and my grandmother. But, just always do your homework. I know you're going to be like, but I don't wanna. You should, because if you do bad on tests, at least you'll have the homework grade to bring you up. I wish you all the best of luck. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. I love you all. Peace, love, and happiness. Good night.
There you have it. Final words from good friends, and we wish them good blessings up ahead. And as Romy said, choose Jesus and stick around so that we can follow him together. We look forward to what's next for our graduates and for you. We expect that the kingdom is going to benefit as they continue to follow Christ. Unfortunately, it is time for us to sign off. Join us for graduate recognition on Sunday, July 12th at 6 p.m. in the Worship Center. And join us in the Commons in person at 6:30 p.m. next Wednesday for our return to campus. More details will be coming on the social. Have a great evening.